There's something different about people who grew up in the 1970s. It's not just about nostalgia for a time before the internet. There's a quiet strength, a specific kind of psychological wiring that experts are only now beginning to fully understand. This decade forged a generation often called the latchkey kids, or the bridge generation. Raised in an analog world of minimal supervision, they were forced to adapt to a digital one. And that experience shaped a unique toolkit for survival and success. We often assume that more supervision and more structure lead to better outcomes for children. But the kids of the 1970s? They proved that theory might be wrong. Their minds were shaped by a different world, one that was slower, quieter, and demanded a profound level of independence. Think about it. You're a kid, and you're sent outside with one simple instruction. Be home before the streetlights come on. No GPS tracking, no hourly check-ins. Those afternoons were a natural laboratory for problem solving. When you fell off your bike, there wasn't always a parent rushing over. You learned to check for scraped knees, assess the damage, and get back up yourself. When a disagreement broke out with a friend, there was no adult to mediate. You learned to read social cues, negotiate, and resolve conflict face-to-face. This wasn't neglect. In many ways, it was trust. This benign neglect fostered an environment where children were encouraged to make their own choices and learn from the consequences. Every unsupervised afternoon built what psychologists call an internal locus of control, the deep-seated belief that your own actions influence your outcomes. You broke something? You figured out how to fix it or fess up. You failed. You felt the sting, but you learned from it. This constant, low-stakes exposure to risk and failure built an internal calibration system for risk. It created adults who don't see failure as a crisis, but as feedback. The core belief wasn't a concept taught in a classroom. It was just how life worked. I'll figure it out. There's another trait hardwired into this generation: analog patience. Before the internet, instant gratification simply wasn't an option. If you wanted to hear your favorite song, you waited by the radio, hoping the DJ would play it. If you missed your favorite TV show, you had to wait for a rerun. Research for a school project meant a physical trip to the library and hours spent with an encyclopedia. This world of mandatory waiting was a powerful form of what psychologists call delayed gratification conditioning. Life itself trained the brain to tolerate boredom, find entertainment in stillness, and appreciate rewards more deeply because they weren't instantaneous. While today's world is driven by the constant dopamine hits of notifications and instant access, the 1970s generation was conditioned to find satisfaction without it. This experience built a high tolerance for discomfort and an ability to focus calmly under pressure. It shaped a generation that is often grounded, practical, and values stability in a world addicted to speed. Finally, growing up in the 70s cultivated a social skill set based entirely on unfiltered, face-to-face interaction. Without smartphones or social media, communication was a full-contact sport. You had to learn to read body language, tone of voice, and the subtle emotional shifts in a room. This wasn't optional. It was essential for navigating the schoolyard, friendships, and family dynamics. This constant, real-world practice developed a keen radar for sincerity and a deep-seated appreciation for authenticity. Trust wasn't built on curated profiles or witty texts. It was earned slowly, based on consistent actions over time. As a result, this generation can sometimes seem guarded or emotionally stoic. They may feel things deeply but show restraint, having learned that actions speak louder than words. This is a stark contrast to modern communication, which is often filtered through screens and emojis, sometimes weakening the ability to read in-person social cues. The kids of the 70s learned how to have real conversations, handle conflict directly, and build relationships without a digital safety net. These three pillars, resilience born from freedom, patience from a slower world, and social skills from unfiltered connection, are not just relics of a bygone era. They are a powerful psychological toolkit. The generation forged in the 1970s acts as a vital bridge, demonstrating remarkable adaptability by navigating both the analog world of their youth and the digital one of today. Their mindset, shaped by independence and resourcefulness, offers a valuable perspective in our fast-paced, modern society. If these experiences resonate with you, share your thoughts in the comments. What part of growing up in the 70s shaped you the most? And if you found this analysis insightful, please like and subscribe for more deep dives into how our past shapes our present.